And this is Design Sips. Hey guys, what's going on? Just waiting for all of the interwebs to be fully rolling. Like I said, I'm Sandra Funk and this is Design Sips. And here we're going to raise a glass of wine while we discuss the best business practices for interior design entrepreneurs. How do you like that? Yeah? All right, let's pour the wine, shall we? Okay, so today I am drinking one of my totally major faves. Hi, guys. What's going on, everybody? Okay, so first of all, let's just talk about this wine. So Abraxas, are you looking at this? It's a white wine. This one's a 2017. It's a Robert Sinsky Vineyard white wine. This, run and find some Abraxas. Do you see it? Sinsky. Okay. Number one, the bottle is freaking gorgeous. You see that? Number two, there's a little foil cap I had already taken off. It comes with this little glass stopper instead of a cork. Okay, so it doesn't go bad because things cork, right? And the most wonderful thing about this is that I save these and use these to recork all of my wine because I'm a girl who likes to have a glass with dinner and then cork that thing back up and have another glass the next night with dinner, right? So anyway, wine tips, all the tips. It's Wednesday, it's Design Sips, and we are going to talk about, again, best practices for interior designers, design entrepreneurs. So it's not about design, it's about the business of interior design here at Design Sips. Did you hear that little click? It's so freaking satisfying. Get yours today. Okay, cheers to all the things and recorkable wine. Sinsky does not disappoint. Okay, so let's dig in. I want to know what you're drinking. And again, it's early yet, and it might be even earlier where you are. So if you're still in hydrate or die mode, that's totally cool. But let me know. If you're drinking something fun, I want to know. I always share my best picks with you, and I'd love to know what you're drinking or what you recommend if you are still on your water course for the day. Okay, so what are we doing today? Why am I live? What the heck's going on? Well, we are going to talk all about preparing for next year, right? For me, we get through October, we get through Halloween, we get through the best month of the year, when I just gained another year in my age book. And I'm putting away all the pumpkins and I'm putting away all the, fun costumes and everything. And I am off and running, right? I've got my hair low lighted. I've got my sweaters out. I've got my candles lit. Let's go Thanksgiving. Let's go Christmas lists. And oh my gosh, I'm already planning my New Year's Eve party. Okay. So what does that mean? For me, this time of the year flies by so fast because there are so many big milestones between Halloween and New Year's Day. For me, it's always a blink of an eye. It goes so fast. So I want to work right now on, the first week in November. I want to be planning business-wise for next year, okay? I don't want it to be December 1, January 1, and I'm running around like a nut with my head cut off, okay? I swear I was about to do the headless chicken thing again. We won't go there. So again, if we wait until December 1, we are in holiday full court press. We do Hanukkah and Christmas in our household, and there is no stinking way I am working on a budget or goals. So it has to happen now if it hasn't already happened. Okay, so that is the reason that we're starting this right here, right now. Okay, it's so good to hear from all of you. I love that you're all here joining me. Again, this is live. I'm captive. I've got wine. I'm ready to chat. So please go ahead and comment your questions, anything else you want to discuss or know about in the comments below. If we don't jump in and answer them today, we will keep track of them and we will add them to a Design Sips in the future. Love having new ideas for topics. Also, we may point to you that there's already a Design Sips episode that's covered that topic, so we may direct you there. So anyway, again, throw down in those comments. I will answer your questions. All right, let's dive into questions, and like I said, keep them coming. So first one, always. It is Design Sips, people. Okay, so Erin asks, I can't imagine taking the time to plan next year. My desk is already full. of Post-it notes and to-do lists. I'm just swamped and I don't know where to start. So, okay, first things first, while it all makes sense that we need to start our next year's plan now, you may be up to your eyeballs in all the things you need to do right now today, and there's no chance you're going to be able to get past the overwhelm and start thinking about the future. Well, let's start with some of our basic tips on getting out of overwhelm, the day in and day out stuff, and getting a little bit of clarity, a little bit of openness in your schedule and in your mindset so that we can start to think about planning for next year. So, okay, a couple of things that just hit me off the bat with how to handle this. I have my daily time tracking sheets. You may do it in an app. You may do it on your computer. You may, hopefully you just don't add it to one more of those sticky notes. But basically what I have is a printed out sheet that shows the, the date, the time. It's got room for me to put the date in. It's got the times that I'm working. So it's like 8 to 6, because it depends on the day. And then at the top, it has my mission statement and then room for 3 things that I need to get done today. So it's like 3 check boxes, and I handwrite in my big 3 things that need to get done today. And as I finish them, I check them off. Also, I print out 5 for the week, okay? Sometimes if I'm really jamming and it's a crazy time of year, I print them out for Saturday and Sunday too. If I'm gonna squeeze in a little bit of work, I may as well have it be focused and clear on what I'm doing. Now, that's my choice because I tend to build in some self-care during the week when it's quiet. My kids are in school and no one's looking for me. And so I make up that time on the weekend in the morning before they're awake. You do you, I'll do me. I promise you I'm not pulling a 90-hour week and killing myself. Okay, so those daily time tracking sheets are gold. And here's why. I can print them out for the week and I can sit down and I can say, okay, I'm going to write in the appointments that I already have set, right? I'm going to write in the big things that happen every Wednesday, design zips, right? Every Tuesday, I have my top line meeting with my team and I have a touch base with active open projects. So I can go in and fill that out in that timesheet portion. And I can also make those big things that, there's scripts that need to be reviewed, there's details that need to be hashed out for all of the things that we do. So I can go ahead and make them one of the big things for the day, one of those big 3 for the day, because to pretend like that's not going to take up time in mental headspace is crazy. So I can kind of fill that out and I can start to see the flow of the week, right? I can start to see the days that are really full and the days that are not. I can start to see what I'm going to be able to focus on and what I'm not going to get to, right? What I need to clarify and delegate and move off of my list because I'm not going to get to it. Okay, so you can start to also make a great plan. Another one that is so important is to batch, right? So pick a day to do all of your content, all of your marketing, all of the stuff that you need to review. Maybe you need to review a couple contracts or proposals, right? Whatever those review items are. Slice it another way, by client project. Deep dive into one project on Tuesday, another on Wednesday. Maybe Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are another project because it's in a big push and you need to dedicate days to it, not one day. But think that through and start to map out that plan. Okay, one of the big things about that is not spending time deciding what to do because you can get into analysis paralysis or procrastination or just total white light overwhelm where you don't know where to begin and therefore nothing happens. When you plan out time like this, you can also do this by week, by month, and by year, okay? So when you look ahead and you look at your workflow and you look at what needs to happen, another thing that you can do is you can look at your calendar and you can say, okay, today I'm in white light overwhelm. I can't add anything to my plate. I can't plan 22 because I can't seem to complete 21. But what you can do is go into your calendar and find the next day that's not jam-packed. And then you can put into your calendar 22 planning, okay? So make space, make time, and make it happen, because how we move forward and we make progress is we set goals, we track those goals, and we reflect on what happened, and we do it again, and we do it again. And that's how we go from basement to boutique design firm to where do you want to go next? Where are we headed with this, right? All right, if we just sort of let life take us where it's going to go, we might not be in the driver's seat. We might not take things as far as we could, right? We might not realize that it's time to clarify and delegate and get some things off my plate because I've got bigger fish to fry. As a CEO, I have to be thinking goals, metrics, future planning. I can't just stay in the weeds. And really getting through these daily timesheets, setting up the calendar, these are things that help you see I'm in the weeds. I need to get out of those weeds. I need to get up there at 3,000 feet. I need to look at this business high level, and I need to steer the ship. Okay, I went on a tangent that is longer than planned. My apologies. Let's drink wine and think about what just happened. If I was in a room full of my team, like back in the good old days, there would have been a lot of laughing and drinking right there. I'm alone in a room drinking on the internet. C'est la vie. Okay, another thing to get you out of overwhelm and into that CEO level role is seize the day, carpe diem, right? And seize the week and seize the month and seize the year. So take it all the way, but starts with your day. So I know that I am my best self when I have there's like 5 things that have to happen every single day, or I am spinning the whole day long, all day long. I'm distracted and thinking shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? So if I can get up before my family and I can get in some yoga, I can do my crazy stretches because I'm getting old and some weird stuff is happening with my hip, and I can sit and do my meditation. I do mantra, I light candles, I reflect, I set intentions. If I can get that done, right? Work, move, meditate, reflect, plan, set intentions. If I can get that done before everyone else needs me, I am a better version of myself. I am in flow. I am freaking rocking my day, okay? If I spend the whole day looking over at my altar, realizing I never sat down and made my intentions for the day, I never decided what was the most important thing for me to focus on or get done or just sit with today, right? Or I'm beating myself up mentally all day long because I didn't do my workout or my stretches or whatever physically my body needs to feel good all day long. That's a lot of headspace. That's a lot of headspace. I don't even know how else to say it. It takes up space in my mind. It takes away my focus. It takes up room in my brain, and it is a disservice to my day. So plan for it. It's not pretty, but set the alarm, put it in another room, make it loud and obnoxious so you get out of bed like a springboard and you run to turn it off before your entire family hates you. And for me, it's the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. If the workout clothes aren't sitting right there in front of me when I turn my alarm off, I'm probably going to turn around and beat feet right back to my bed. So it's just putting no obstacles in front of getting those things done. It works. Okay. All right. And then another one that I love, getting out of overwhelm, getting out of your own way, getting yourself to the CEO level. 15 minutes of complete and total focus with all information that I need to get a task done is worth days of me running around multitasking without a plan. Okay. Let me say that again. 15 minutes of I have everything I need, I have everything together, I have no distractions, I am in flow, is worth days of multitasking. So what I do all day long is I set alarms for my next meeting. So for instance, today I had something at noon. So at 11:50, my alarm went off and said next meeting in 10 minutes. So instead of working on something and looking up the clock, working on something and checking my calendar, checking the clock, which turns into checking email, which turns into somehow I'm scrolling Instagram. You know it, I know it. So if I can put my phone further away from me, I can clear space either with my laptop, my computer, my tablet, whatever I'm working on, my paper and pencil, and I can set an alarm so that I can zone out and zone in. Okay, that is incredibly important and so valuable to focus and getting things done. Last but not least, on clearing the overwhelm and getting a chance at making a bigger, longer term plan is getting all those sticky notes and to-do lists off of your desk and into a task management system that is built for this very thing. Okay, so clear the clutter, clear the crazy, segmented into priorities, segmented into projects, and most importantly, once it's written down in a program and you can see just how much is on your plate, you may be motivated to outsource, delegate, clarify, and start getting it done in a more efficient way than just owning it all and feeling totally overwhelmed. Okay, so that's how we are clearing clutter so that we can make the big, big plans. All right, CEO level stuff. Cheers to that. All right, so let's dig into what does that big plan look like. So Steve asks, do you set goals monthly, quarterly, or annually? So in my 16 years in business, cheers to House of Funk, we are days away. November 5th is our 16-year anniversary in business. Cheers to that. So 16 years in business, I've set and tracked a mountain of goals, right, over the course of this business. It is a bootstrap business. I started it with my first client check. That's how I opened my first bank account. I was working out of a guest room and then a basement and then an attic and then a boutique and then, It's been goals. It's been, where do I want to go next? How do I want this to look? Where are we headed? What does this look like, right? So, but I got to tell you, back to New Year's Eve, back to setting goals and intentions. This is not New Year's Eve. This is not a wish and a prayer. This is not click your heels 3 times and send it out to the universe. While I am a big intention setter, and I do believe the universe is listening, you also must create clear metrics by which you will track and review those goals. Okay, so what gets tracked, what gets measured increases. What gets focused on expands. All right, laws of the universe. I don't make this shit up, I swear to you. So if you set a goal, you then need to break that goal down into bite-sized chunks, manageable pieces. Who's going to do it? How are they going to do it? What's going to happen next? First, literally, one of the first things that every goal gets, in my opinion, is a research and development department, an assignee of who's going to do that research and development. That person is in charge of figuring out how we could attack this goal, figuring out next steps, outlining the plan, right? I was in a meeting with Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You're here with me somewhere out in the internet, right? I was in a meeting with Sarah this week, and we were talking about vision and execution. And we were laughing because I am vision and she is execution. And we know that about each other. Like, I come up with big ideas and she can just break them down and make them happen. So we have these big conversations, and the next thing I know, Q1 goals, Q2 goals, Q3 goals, Q4 goals. This person's going to do this. That person's going to go do that. There are quotes from outside sources and vendors and experts on how they can help us move this forward. Vision and execution, okay? If you don't have vision and execution within yourself, go find the counterpart that you need to make goals turn into action. It's so, so important. And Sarah, I thank you so much for being the complement to my vision execution, continuum. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so again, it's not just a wish and a prayer, sending it out into the universe. It's a wish, a prayer, and a plan, okay? And then metrics to track it and make sure that you're on track. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So one of my favorite hacks to break great big goals into manageable chunks is break them down. Again, I love having one of the first steps is a person who can see the vision, break it down into execution. So if you've got that person on your team, absolutely hand them the goal and have them come back to the next touch base with the plan, with the chunks, with the research, with the quotes, maybe to outsource to experts, to bring in, to hire, to get the lease on the new space, whatever it is your goal is. But then we take a big, hairy, audacious, hard to nail down goal and we turn it into quarterly chunks. Then we turn it into monthly, action items. Then we take it all the way down to weekly actual tasks that are going to move this forward. I like to take it all the way down to my daily timesheets. That's the level of direction I personally like to take my activities to, because it takes away one more barrier to me getting it done. I no longer am looking at my day going, what should I do next, right? If I sit down, Monday is I made a new plan earlier this year that Monday shall be my day. It should be my day. My family is off to school. My team knows what they're working on. We are so in touch with Asana and our meetings and everything else. Monday is my day to get centered, get clear, set my plan for the week, overview. It's like Monday is moon itself. It's internal, it's mind. So we used to have a lot of meetings on Mondays. And I realized I'm a better person on Tuesday if I've had Monday to like get it together. And by Tuesday, I'm like, we're going to do this. We're doing, like go, rock it out. Okay. So anyway, for me, Mondays is all about setting up those days with exactly what's going to happen, looking at the goals. I have tasks in my Asana that are like Q4 goals, and it repeats. Thursday's big picture vision. Every Thursday, my goals repeat. They just show back up in my inbox. I review them quickly. I bring that, I think it through. I'm like, yep, good. And I hit complete, and it shows back again up on the next Thursday. So force yourself to keep them in front of you. If that's on a big board, if that's a repeating task, if that's a weekly meeting with your team that knows that it's the goals meeting, we're moving this forward, you do you. You've got to figure out a way to keep it in front of you, right? Worst thing you could do is set those goals out there and forget about them until next January when you open up some random place where you wrote the goals down and you're like, kind of some of this happened by nature of just like it happening, but not a lot of it, right? So we make it happen. We make it happen. It's a business, it's not a New Year's Eve resolution. It's a goal in a business. So we take it seriously. Okay. So important. We need to go from 3,000 feet, big picture vision, down to the granular execution, okay? Vision to execution. And if you don't have that, if you don't have the granular, if you don't have the execution, go find someone who does, who can help you move these things forward, okay? Awesome. Let's drink wine because this is Design Sips. Yay. Has anyone else been to Robertsinski Winery out in Napa? It is like life-changing good. If you haven't been, you should run there immediately, right now. Just telling you. Okay, so if you guys are just like jumping on Instagram and you're like, who's this chick drinking wine on the internet? What the heck is she doing? I want to just let you know, this is Design Steps, and each episode we discussed best business practices for design entrepreneurs. All right. You can comment your questions below. If we don't get to them today, we will keep an eye on them for future Design Sips. We are always looking for new topics, or we'll let you know if we've already covered it in Design Sips. Our channel is chock full of episodes. So if you Google Sandra Funk YouTube, you can just begin the binge watching. There are a million episodes filled to the brim with best business practices for interior design entrepreneurs. Check it out. All right, so we have more questions. Let's keep it moving. Jamie asks, what aspects of your business are you reviewing when you're planning for the upcoming year? So you can take this crazy detailed granular. I'm a big picture vision person. Absolutely. Get the people on your team who are into the numbers, who are into the details. Have them do their annual report, right? You're looking back at what happened in 21. You're making forecasts, right? The past predicts the future when it comes to numbers. You can take the last couple of years on average, and you know exactly where you're headed if you don't make big changes in one direction or another. So you want to get your numbers people in the room. You want to get your marketing people in the room. You want to get your product development people in the room, and you want to say, let's look at what we did over the last year, and then on average over the last few years, and let's have you put together a prediction of where we're headed so that I can start to see the plan for the next year, right? Now, you're the CEO, so don't take this on as if everything is on you. You need to rely on your team, and you need to rely on the experts around you to help gather up this information, okay? So again, you're gonna look at your financials. You're gonna look at your marketing, what worked, what didn't work. Was there growth? Was there engagement? How did it go? Everything is, for me, everything needs to be brought to the table and reviewed. And then we go through, yes, more, push, no, cut, release, right? And so let's talk about it in the form of like two really simple principles. And again, you can go crazy granular on this, but I'm just going to keep it really high level for the sake of the drinking on the internet, right? Two questions that I ask myself. This is like what I want to know from every single thing that we offer in our firm. Where's the profit coming from? Okay, I can apply that to service offerings. I can apply that to marketing initiatives. I can apply that to events that I attend, right? Whatever it is, where's the profit coming from? Not just revenue, profit. Because we can get caught up in big numbers coming in, and with interior design, certainly these projects can be big numbers. Where's the profit coming from, right? Where's the good profit margin? Where are we making good money for the effort that's going in? Where's our profit coming from? And where's the joy coming from? Okay, so we talk about joy and efficiency all the time in the standard, and we know that efficiency, right? Efficiency in business equals profit. So when we're efficient, we are moving quickly, we are doing things with knowledge, we are using experts so that we're leveling up, we are moving through projects, we're making our best, we're doing our best self, we're efficient and therefore more profitable. So where's the profit coming from? Where's the joy coming from? Those are the two things I want to know. And for me, everything is on the chopping block. So here are the three service offerings. Which one is the most profitable? Which one is the most joyful? And then rank them down. Which one's the least profitable and the least joyful? And then I want to say, this one provides me great joy. I love doing this work, and it provides me great profit. I'm going to drive more energy, more goals, more focus, more metrics, more attention, more growth into more joy and more profit, products, services, whatever it is that you're talking about, marketing initiatives, events, whatever. And I'm going to cut the things that don't bring in great profit and don't bring me great joy. So, for instance, maybe you're on 12 social networks, just tap dancing around about your business, and it's exhausting and it's not really improving your bottom line. You may want to look at which ones are least engagement, least leads, right? Least profit, and driving you bananas that you don't naturally go on anyway. I would cut those, okay? Because we waste a lot of time and effort on things that don't bring us joy and profit. So cut those things out of the way so that you can focus in on the things that are working and drive more energy towards them. And that's where your goals will lie. Okay, so cut what's not providing joy and profit, lean into what is working with gusto, and this is where you're going to put those goals, okay? You're going to put growth goals there. You're going to put expansion goals there. You're going to put, add another layer, another service, another event, another whatever into those areas and those sections that bring you joy and profit. Then, of course, we're all designers, so we are all idea machines, right? We just are fountains of ideas. So I love to leave room for that new idea, new stream of income, new offering to come to life. So I'm always coming up with ideas. For me, I pop them into an Asana and I reassign them to myself on some Thursday in the future when I'm going to review all these crazy ideas. And it usually comes around this time, Thanksgiving, that I am doing my future planning. So I'm going to go into the depths of journals and Asanas and notes, and I'm going to go find all those crazy entrepreneurial ideas I've had, and I'm going to bring them to this planning meeting. And we're going to sit and we're going to talk about which ones of these do we actually want to bring into fruition? Do we want to start to work towards? Do we want to go from vision to execution and start doing the research and start pulling these apart and figuring out what it would take to make these happen? And then I want to work with my numbers people. Do we think we can be profitable? This is a business, right? Can it be profitable? And then, of course, the ultimate gut check. Do I want to offer this? Just because I had the idea and just because somebody, I know it would be helpful or somebody would like it, do I actually day in and day out want to offer this service, product, experience, marketing, whatever it is? Do I actually want to execute this? Do I want to spend my time in this way? Okay. So that is the year-end analysis. and goal setting at a very high level so that you can kind of see how it applies to you. Cheers to that, right? I would love to hear from you. Is goal setting, reflecting on last year, planning next year, setting up the budget, setting up goals, putting what you offer now on the chopping block, deciding where you're going, is that in your calendar yet? I want to hear if it is in your calendar in the comments. Give me a heart if it's scheduled, and give me a comment if you need to get it scheduled. This is a little social pressure, wouldn't hurt, right? I'll tell you what wouldn't hurt. A little Abraxas. That wouldn't hurt. Okay, so I want to know from you, if you want more design business best practices, come and hang out with us even more inside of our private community. You can search Standards with Sandra on Facebook to locate our private group. Send me a little note and we'll let you right in, and I will see you there. All right, everyone. It's so awesome to catch up with you. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.